This recipe is based on the relish burgers that my dad used to eat 70 years ago at a diner in our hometown. This was originally made for burgers, but it's great on hot dogs too. It starts with cabbage. You can do it the old-fashioned way. Just take a cabbage, cut out the core, and then cut it into small ribbons. Or if you have a food processor, use that. Or you can just buy a bag of coleslaw. Next, you'll need to grate the onion. You really want to grate it to get it small, and you want to keep that juice. From here on out, it's basically just a dump and stir. Put in the onions and the juice, then the sugar, and then the pickles. Add in the diced tomatoes. I use petite diced. Then salt and pepper and yellow mustard. Lots of yellow mustard. Now stir it up any way you can. There's no way to tell you exactly how much mustard to use because it depends on how much coleslaw or cabbage that you've got. Just know that the base is mustard. So just keep adding and tasting till it suits you. It should be mustardy and pickledy and a little bit sweet and a little bit tangy. After adding more mustard, it should look like this. Very yellow and mustardy. Now taste it and see if it needs any more salt or any more sugar if you like it a little sweeter. Once you're done, you're going to store it in the refrigerator. It should last about a month or so. I store mine in a mason jar, but don't confuse this with canning. This is just storing it in the fridge. This makes quite a bit, so I store it in a big mason jar, or you can store it in several small ones or any kind of container. It needs to sit in the fridge at least overnight. This will soften up the cabbage and meld all the flavors together. Label it so you know when you made it. You can use it on any kind of burger you want. I like these little thin diner style. These are about 3 ounces each. We're going to smash them when we get them in the pan. Set out some of your relish. It needs to be room temperature when we use it. Now, toast the buns. I put them under the broiler. Over medium-high heat, add a thin layer of vegetable oil. When the oil is shimmering and you see a puff of smoke, add the burgers and smash them down to about 1/4 inch thick. Then add salt. If you have a griddle, you can use it and cook more at once. When the first side is done and has a good crust, turn it over and cook the other side. While we're waiting, add mustard to the bottom bun. Build the burger with a heaping amount of the relish, and if you want to wrap it in foil to keep it warm, that's a good idea. Now you're ready to taste a burger like my 89-year-old dad used to eat when he was a kid. Enjoy! See you next time on Kimberly in the Kitchen.